You make your way up to the entrance to the fort, and you see that there are guards there.
Lady Nighlynn Enscarra. My father is General Enscarra of Immerse.
And as everyone comes to the guardhouse, they open the door for Nighlynn, and then they stop everyone else. Well, we're gonna talk to her separately. You can stay here. I think you might be a little bit confused. Perhaps I should take you to the cathedral. As you're outside waiting for Nighlynn, you notice that several more guards have started to come out of the other side of the guardhouse.
Got a bad feeling about this. Gentlemen, you're getting a little close for comfort, so I think I'm going to step away. Nighlynn, meet us at the Wandering Compass when you're done with these men.
The ones inside the room are going to go to grapple you.
When I get home to my father, he will take care of you, and it will not be nice.
Don't you worry. I know a very good father, and he will meet you at the cathedral. So they grab you. They don't put you into shackles because you went willingly. Instead, they grab your arms and they proceed to take you. Welcome, travelers, to the Tales of TerraVale. We are but your humble guides to the lands and legends that is the world of TerraVale. A group of adventurers, family, and friends, we explore and interact according to the rules of Pathfinder 2nd Edition role-playing game. So join us as we voyage through the Emerald Gulf, where the misty waves whisper ancient secrets, and the winds carry songs that long forgotten. Here, there be pirates that prowl northern shores, enchanters that weave spells as old as the deep, and every port holds the promise of new mysteries. So chart your course with us, raise the sails, and let the dice fall where they may. For this is the Shadowmar Saga. Last time, you went up to the castle. You were seeking out help. You said you are in distress.
Yes.
And you need rescuing. You need help, which triggered the guards to think, oh, this damsel is in distress and she's surrounded by hooligans. We need to separate her and save her.
It was Gritz's fault.
He's the one that's the most menacing. And so they separated you, put you into, and you decided, you went with them into the separate room, which turned out to be like a holding area. And the captain came in. You pleaded for him to take you to the lord of the castle. And you were unable to persuade him. He now assumes that you are in distress and mentally not at your top wit, and you could tell that he's annoyed and is being very rough with you. Yeah. But he grabs you and he moves you out of that room. You try to escape, but you realize that this is going to be too much to try to fight your way out or try to escape. So you went willingly.
Right.
They took you out of the guardhouse. They brought you into a dungeon-like area. Into another, connected to the guardhouse is like a jailhouse where there's cells. They open one of the cells and they put you and Amaya in it.
This is getting worse.
Lock it, close it, and the captain stands there, looks at you. Well, lass, I think that you are going to have to stay here for a little bit, but we're going to take you to where you need to go. The father will see.
You cannot detain me. Do you not know who my father is?
I know.
The general in Highmore.
All right. And he walks away, leaving one guard in the room with you.
It was probably a little much that she also told him last time that she was going to get him whipped for this. So I guess that wasn't the best choice of words she could have used.
He rolls his eyes as he walks out. But you have to stay there. Maya just acts aloof. curls up on a little cot in the corner, licks herself.
She's preening.
Yeah, she's preening.
Can I... Did they take my dagger? Do I still have my dagger on me? Have they, like, what did they take from me?
I don't think they took anything from you. I think you have everything.
Okay, can I use my dagger to make noise against the, like, jail cell to get their attention?
There is one guard in there right now.
Oh, okay, so he could hear me if I need something. Oh, so I don't need to, I can keep my dagger hidden.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to keep my dagger hidden. Excuse me. Could you bring me food? And my snow lynx will also need food, and I will need food now. This is unacceptable.
Well, I don't think that I can give you that right now, the guard says.
No one is available to give me food?
There's no food for you. I can give you some water.
Then I'll take water. My lynx will also require water. We also need it chilled, please.
He kind of walks over, and it looks like there's a bucket on the ground with a ladle in it. He grabs the ladle out, brings it over. There you go.
I can't drink that.
Oh, it's fine. Gives a nice little sip.
I don't think you understand. I can't physically drink that. I might regurgitate it.
Oh, I think it's fine water. You're not gonna be sick.
No, thank you. I'll starve.
Suit yourself. Puts it back, grabs a spear. Well, you probably won't have long to wait. They're just going to get the carriage.
The carriage? The royal carriage?
No, it's not very royal.
A person?
They're going to escort you to see the father.
Will the father take me to Lord Conway?
I don't think he will.
You're very nice, sir. Thank you for your help. I'm done speaking with you now.
He's a little disappointed.
He's a little disappointed.
Yeah, he's like, oh.
He's
Someone
like, oh, I
wanted to
can't
talk
talk
to
to the
him.
crazy lady anymore.
He just thought someone wanted to talk to him. So you
Poor
wait.
guy.
You go and sit down on the cot next to Amaya. Amaya comes up, like, puts her head against you, seeking
baby.
affection.
I'll pet her.
Okay. She purrs. She doesn't seem to understand the situation.
So she's not upset at all. I'm just upset.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'll just wait then, since I have nothing else to do. And the guy's not listening to me. So she'll just sit there.
The door opens suddenly, and the captain comes back in. Well, looks like your ride is here. So come on up, and we'll take you to where you need to go.
Anything will be better than this place you have detained me.
This is the whole thing. Come on. Come with it. Come at it. And he opens up the gate.
Okay, she'll go willingly.
Okay. And then Maya comes. And you walk out of the door. And right there is a medium-sized carriage there with bars in the window. And it's definitely a transport for criminals and detained. The guard opens up the door, looks at you. Your Highness.
Sir, my father puts people in bad places like this. I cannot go in this.
The captain comes over. You're not going anywhere bad. I'm taking you to see the father. You said you're looking for sanctuary, and I'm taking you there.
I cannot ride in this. A person of my station would not go in one of these.
Don't worry. No one's going to be looking in.
No, sir.
They're not going to see you.
No, sir, I will not.
You're going to have to.
No.
We're not walking all the way there.
I would walk before I would ride in such a thing as this. My father puts bad men
Are
in
you
this.
willing? Are you going to go willingly, or do I have to put you in there yourself?
I will not go willingly. I have asked you to see Lord Conway. My father is General Enscarra from Highmore. And if you do not get me a proper carriage,
I don't know
have
anyone
to
from
walk.
Highmore.
Well, that's you.
No, it's the Highmoors. They stay up there on their own island.
They do.
I never see Highmoors.
My father
Except for a
knows
few that
everything.
live in Fairtown.
There's people in Fairtown that are from Highmore.
There's a few, yeah.
Excuse me, I will go to them. Goodbye. And then she tries to get away. I don't know if she's gonna
There's
try.
2 guards with you, and they both go to grab you. So,
So
as
she
you walk
can't?
away, they go for a grab. They kind of go up around you and grab you. You may make an unarmed check to see if you can get away.
All right, I'm gonna try to get away. If there's people in Fairtown that are from Highmore, I want to get to them. Oh boy. Oh boy, I feel like this is gonna go bad for her. And so 24.
24. All right. I just rolled in that 20. That's great. You can see it right. You can see it right here. So first, the guards are going to actually go grab you, and you duck out of the way and miss the 2 guards, and they're just fumbling over to try to grab you, but you're like out and you're about to book it. You see it opening, you're going for it, and all of a sudden the captain comes over, takes a pike and just wipes it down and trips you, and you fall back down onto your face. And then which the other guards come over and grab you and then pull you back up. And they kind of pick you up, and they're not holding you too tight, but the captain comes up and looks at you and says, I will force you to get into that cabin. You're going to get in there. So either I'm going to pick you up and put you there myself, or you're going to go willingly.
Sir, this is not any way to treat a Hymorian lady.
All right, so they kind of like around their arm, they pick you up and they start carrying you to the carriage.
Great.
You're kicking, you're flailing your legs as they grab you and they push you into the carriage. The cat is like seeing you like this. Amaya's getting like tense and started growling and is like scratching at the captain, and he's like shoot. He's able to kind of get around and grab it from behind and is picking up, and she's like flailing, and he takes the cat and throws her into the carriage and shuts it. And now you're both in this carriage. There's bars in the window. You can't really see out. Like, it's kind of dark in there.
But
there's no seats. You're just on a wooden floor.
Oh.
And he locks it. What did say you're going to get there? And I'm going to take you there myself.
You are a bad man.
You're difficult.
She deserved that.
Are all Hymorian women like this?
You are a bad man. When I get back to my father, I'm going to make sure that he lets Lord Conway know that person in charge of his dungeon is a bad man.
Well, may the light bless your father. I have to deal with you. You said you had sisters. Oh, I don't know how any of you Hymorian elves do it.
I have 7 sisters, and they are more difficult than I am, sir.
All right. And he gets up on top with the 2 guards, and you hear him go, yeah! And the carriage starts moving.
Is there a chance that she can try to pick the lock with her jewelry? She's got a dagger, she's got an earring, she's got her ear cuffs.
So there is a window on the door with some bars in it, and you'd have to stick your arm out to get to it. To unlock it,
can she reach?
You go through. You can't reach.
She can't reach. Okay.
From the outside.
All right.
So you just stand there. You grab. You're at the door. You grab these bars, and you're watching as you head down Merchant Mile through Fairtown.
As we're going through Fairtown, can she yell out, looking for people from Highmore to help their lady?
You go ahead. Yeah, you can yell anything.
Hymorian citizens, help your lady. Help the general's 8th daughter. Help me.
I am the 8th daughter.
She'll try again. I am Nighlynn Enscarra, the general's 8th daughter. Hymorians, help me. Come to my aid.
All of a sudden, one of the pikes that the guards are holding, they're at the the either end. They're riding along on the back and at the front, and the guy from the back just takes it and whacks it against the window. And it just startles you. It doesn't hurt you or anything, but you're startled as suddenly this large bladed pike slaps against the door, and you kind of like jump back a little bit and yells out, "Oh, no one's gonna help you. Enough of your bickering."
Man, people in this town, horrible people.
As you look out, you do see that people are like avoiding
The carriage.
and they're like looking away as you're gliding through. Eventually, you get through Fairtown and you start going down. You're looking out. You see Coats and Arms, the store that you went to.
Right.
And at this point, it started getting more crowded. Fairtown's relatively empty, except for certain people.
Okay, I would like to take my dagger and hit the top of the carriage to try to get them to pay attention to me.
The guards?
Yeah.
Quiet down.
Excuse me. I ordered armor for my cat at the coat of arms, and I need to get it. Please stop.
We're not starving, lass. We're almost there.
She's
We're going
tried
to see
everything.
the father.
She's tried everything. She's stuck. She can't do anything else.
And you just watch as you turn, instead of going down Merchant Mile, you turn. You see this large cathedral-like building. As you pass it, you go alongside of it. And you're going around the side of it, and you're watching as it goes past, and you find a small entrance, small door, and that's where the carriage stops. And then the guards come out. They post themselves at either side of the doorway. The captain unlocks it, opens up the door.
And can I jump out really quickly and try to run to the church?
You can
so
try.
Nobody sees me. Her and Amaya want to hightail as fast as they can.
All right,
So
the guard
she
does
can't be seen.
Absolutely, go for acrobatics check.
I mean, I'll flip if I have to. 22.
You don't have a flip ability, you know that, right?
I mean, I want to book it so nobody can see her exiting such a horrible...
Okay, I'm going to make a reflex save with the captain to see if he catches you, because he doesn't know what you're doing. He's just trying to book it. He's ready. He thinks you're going to actually try to run. All right, so he goes to try to stop you, and you jump out of the way, and he's like startled and almost alarmed, but then you just run straight into to the door of the church, and you open it up, and you run right inside.
Perfect. Can I slam and lock it behind me? Is there a lock? Is there?
You close the door, and there is a latch that drops down, and you bear
Can I do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
You close it. You're holding yourself against this door, expecting them to come up and just start banging, and you hear the walking up, and as you're peering out, you just start hearing them laugh.
Uh-oh.
The captain walks up and, "Well, I thought you were gonna try to run, lass. All right, lads, you stay here. I'll tell you when it's time." And you don't see anything, but you hear the carriage kind of get up and start moving.
I'm in the cathedral, correct?
So you turn around and you're in a small room.
Oh, no.
It seems to be a room that leads to a cathedral.
Okay.
And as you're looking around, you're in this it's like a medium-sized room. It's like a private room with private sittings. There's candelabras with candles burning, some like incense burning, low light. And you look around and you see this older elven caretaker just kind of walking with this staff with a holy symbol on it. He's covered in amulets and necklaces, and he's just walking around and he's lighting each candle slowly. And as you bust it in and slam the door and turn around and see him, he hasn't made any indication that you're there.
Okay. Do I have to walk to him, or do I need to shout? Like, how far away is...
You're in the same room. You're not far away. And you see that there's a door on the other side.
Okay. I would like to, if I may, walk to the other door and just to test it without him knowing, to see if it will open. And then I would like to speak to him.
Okay. So you walk casually around this a medium-sized room. candles in the middle. There's kind of like a raised platform in the center, a place for you to kneel at for prayer. And then above the candles, there's like a domed roof high above, and hanging there is like a bowl, and burning from it is this blue flame. But the bowl is intricately designed with, it's like a beautiful gilded bowl with blue flames raised high above. And you casually walk around this raised platform where the older cleric is, and he's continues doing his thing. And you casually go over the door and you check it, and it's locked.
Okay. And to Nighlynn, does this look like a cathedral that she would have been in Highmore, or does this look like a completely different?
You recognize it as a temple of light.
Okay.
But it is different, for that is an Arendor, and so it has different emphasis, different decorations, different architecture, but a lot of this you recognize as the same religion.
May the light shine on you, fellow traveler.
Oh, and you, young madam.
Could you please aid me?
Of course. And he finishes lighting, and he puts his candle lighter, like a long tool with a burning wick at the end. He sets it down in a nice little bowl and turns to you. Of course, you may have sanctuary here, child.
Thank you. Could you please get me to Lord Conway? I am the 8th daughter of the General Enscarra of Highmore. He's very close to the king, and I am in distress. The captain of the guard at your palace here has detained me and brought me in a wagon and treated me most unkindly.
I beg your pardon, my child. Quelix is quite a strong-willed son, as it were. He can be a tad prideful too, but he's sworn to protect you. So here you are now. I will make sure that he should know to treat all lost children with respect. Are you tired, my dear? Do you need to sit for a while?
I need to sit, I need to sup, I need to bathe, I need money, and I need someone to contact my father.
Well, let's start from the beginning. Why don't you sit? And along the outer walls, there are cushioned pew seating, like wooden pews against the wall. He gestures. Maybe I could find you something to eat.
May I ask your name, kind sir?
Of course. My name is Father Vilfendor.
Father Vilfendor.
Aye, but you do not have to call me Father. You can just simply call me Vilfendor, or Vilf.
Okay, Vilf. May I please have food? And could you please get me to speak with Lord Conway? I'm sure one such as yourself, the light shine on you, would have good connection to him.
Oh, yes, of course. He slowly walks over to, like, there's a table that you didn't notice before, has some, like, drawers, like a desk, and some chests on it. He slowly walks to it. Oh, yes, Lord Conway. He's a fine lad. I've known him since he was born. I was at his dedication day, and at the day he was raised to lord himself.
I assume he is of good moral character, as any lord would be.
He does take care of the city. And that's all that we can ask for. But I don't really know too much. He made his way to his desk. He picks up this small chest and he's opening it up. And he starts making his way towards you. And there, I must admit, I don't know too much about the politics here. I simply am here to let the light shine upon those who need it. Here you go, my darling. As he made to you, you see that the inside the chest is like full of wafers.
Oh.
Like small crackers. And he offers it to you.
She'll take it and take a handful for Amaya and a handful for her.
Absolutely.
Thank you, kind Vilf.
Yes. Oh, you must be thirsty.
I'm very thirsty.
He turns around, slowly begins to make his way back to the table. Now, I can't offer you some place to cleanse yourself right now. But perhaps after we're done, we can arrange something as that. Yes. Let's start.
After we're done, you mean
Yes.
giving me food and sanctuary and getting me to Lord Conway?
After we're done with your sanctuary, let the light shine upon you. He made his way to the desk. You see that there's some couple goblets and this pitcher of water pours in. And they're like old ornate cups, but he brings one over to you.
Thank you.
Now, let's start. Who is your father?
My father is the General of Highmore. We are very close acquaintance with the king. I have never left my estate, and I have been treated most unkindly.
The General of Highmore? Thalanil, is it? Yes. Enscarra. He stops at the table. You can see him trying to recall.
Sir, you know my father?
It's been a very long time. I think I remember your father the day that Highmore first took Arendor. Oh, yes. Most people forgot that Arendor was allies with Highmore at the beginning of the great conflict, as it were. They were the first ones that Highmore took over. I remember that day that the great ships of Highmore came into Trenora and took the city relatively easily, but the troops were quite in number. Of course, I was here. I've been serving here for many, many years.
But I'm sure that you know my father is a kind man, and his daughter, his favorite daughter, would need aid.
Well, I'm sure he was doing the best he could, being a soldier in great conflict of taking kingdoms and such.
A general, a praised general.
Oh, but not when I met him.
He
He was
was
but a captain at the time.
He was a kind man.
He came in. He sought refuge at the light. I blessed all that came in, as I should. Light may fall upon all shoulders.
That is good of you. May the light fall on your shoulders as well.
Oh, thank you. Do you mind if I sit down?
Certainly.
And he goes, not as spry as I used to be. Over 300 years old. It takes a toll.
You don't look a day over 175.
Oh, nonsense. Nonsense at all. But I appreciate your good words. Yes, Thalanil, I must admit, after that, he did not spend much time in the Kirk. But, and after Arendor was freed from the grips of the Elven Alliance, I all retreated back to Highmore, and I have not seen anyone since. But
Yes.
how did you come across? You're here in Trenora, and Highmore is hundreds of miles across the Emerald Gulf.
Oh, this is a very long story. Well, my tale is one of woe. My father and I were set to go for my 50th birthday, and he was going to take me off the estate for the first time. But we have a very nice estate, and the people in our village on the estate are very good and kind. And I wanted to leave to explore the world. My father was going to take me on this hunting trip because I'm a very skilled archer.
Oh, yes.
I can shoot 5 arrows at one time and hit all 5 targets. I trained with apples.
Oh.
Except that didn't work too well on the silver eider. When I shot the 5 arrows, they all missed. And I don't know what happened. That's the first time I've ever missed, you see. I'm very good archer. So we were on the boat, and I followed a cat up a pole. And at the very top, I looked through a telescope and I saw very bad things come. They were dark and they were birds. And these things called Fomori came and attacked us. And they separated my father's man. They separated him from me. And they also took the captain, Elwyn. My father had trusted me in his care, but I don't trust him. I believe he's the type of people that I'm not supposed to speak with. Then many nights came and we fought the Fomori. We finally escaped and we killed off their druid priestess and her foul bird. And we made it to port here and we need repairs on our vessel. And I was trying to go to see Lord Conway at the castle when the men rudely interrupted me and they put me in this carriage and brought me here to you. And they think that I am insane.
Well, my dear, I don't find you insane at all.
Why, thank you.
But definitely in distress.
I am very much in distress. This has been very strenuous, exciting, but strenuous, and very frustrating. You see, I have no money, and that has never happened to me before.
I'm sure that. Yes.
And Amaya is not used to this treatment.
Look over at Maya. He looks over at Maya, and Maya is just like stretched out, on the like stomach side.
On the cushion?
On the cushion, yeah. I can tell.
You see, she likes cushions, not cell floors.
Oh, my dear. I must ask you, what is it that you seek to come of all this?
To get back to my father. Well, and to find the Fomori who took my father's man, and to find out why the Fomori attacked us. But most of all, I really need a bath.
Well, it seems like the light has brought you on a terrible journey. But it also seems like he's giving you an opportunity to choose where to go. And you're on a port with many ships. Do you see, is this a great time to go back home, go back to your estate, and forget the world of dangers and Fomori and witches and all that? Or do you think the light is opening a pathway for you to intervene in the darkness of this world?
The light shine on you, Father Vil.
Yeah, thank you.
I believe that the light is opening a pathway for me to find my father, retrieve the coin that was taken from me, and have an adventure.
Well, that's where you see the light shining. I say follow it. Follow it, but remember, you always have a choice. And if this story of yours is true, it seems like you're on quite of a time crunch, as it were.
A crunch?
Yes, where is it? You are strapped for time, time is running out.
Yes, I do believe time is running out, which is
Seems
why
like your father's men is in danger, and this captain of yours. And they don't know if they can afford time to head back to Highmore and find your father and convince him of such deeds.
I believe that they were just taken captive by these evil Fomori.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
And what are you prepared to do about that?
Well, I'll use my dagger and bow, of course.
Oh. You would do such a thing? Would you spill blood?
Yes.
Have you spilled blood?
Yes. When I shot a grape, the blood of the grape came out.
Sure, it's the same thing. You are part Lightcaster elf. I can see that.
I am a light caster.
You are a Lightcaster. But let me ask you, have you ever felt the pull of the light?
No. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, a true born Lightcaster elf is tied to the essence of light. Not the light, of course, but just the essence, the ethos, the being of light on the world. They're connected to it and can summon it themselves. Have you ever done that?
No. My father and my sisters do.
I bet it comes easy for them.
You are correct. But I have chosen bows.
Chosen, or was it chosen for you?
What do you mean, feel the light? Or the light calling me?
He slowly gets himself up. And he walks across the room and grabs this long tool. On the end of it, there's like a chain to a small bowl on it. He picks it up. You see him go all the way up to the center of the dome where this large bowl of blue flame is kicking around. And he dips it in and brings it back down. And you can see that they're inside this small handheld little bowl on the chain. The end of his tool has a small blue flame. The Arclight has given us the joy of the eternal flame, that we may bask in it and draw source from it. This is different than the light that might come from the Lightcasters, though it does have the essence of light within it. There's more to it here. And I believe that it might be something else that you might feel. And he hands it over, and he kind of like brings it over to you.
So I take it.
Yeah. And you kind of like hold it and look into it. And as you do so, you start to feel well up inside of you, kind of this connection to this blue flame dancing in this small bowl.
She wants to put her hand in and pull it out and hold it in her palm. Can she try to actually take out the fire?
She reaches in, and as she does so, it's not hot. It's not hot at all. It's kind of cool to the touch. And she's able to scoop it up and then empty the bowl into just this dancing flame inside of your hand. And you look at it in awe and like shock. You just did this thing. And for a moment, as it dances within your hand before it kind of ends up just shrinking down and weaking out.
Why did it go out?
Well, it takes a lot to be able to withhold the power of the eternal flame and the Arclight. You must attune yourself to the flame and to the virtues of the Arclight. But that was not my purpose for showing you this. The fact that it danced upon your hand was evident enough.
Evident enough.
Well, Lightcaster elves can dwell upon and pull from the light, essence of light within the world. They may pull it from and cast it out. But you were able to touch on something else within the eternal flame, the essence of life itself. And I don't know what blood flows through your veins, but as that blood is not just of Lightcaster elf, but something else that burns within you, that calls to the essence of life. Something that might have been dwelling in you since you were born, but you've never learned to call to it.
So you're saying I can use the light as my father and 7 sisters use the light?
I'm saying you can use the light and something else.
Can Amaya use light?
I don't think so. I do not sense that your cat can manipulate the essence of the world in any way.
Oh.
But that's something special of you. It's not very often that you see a Lightcaster elf that has other ancestry with her.
That's why you spoke of my dark hair.
That's why I spoke of your mother. There's something that seems to be about her that's in you that's not in your father.
Then teach me what I must do to hold the light and to use it. Maybe I can manipulate that, and with that, get back at the captain and make my way to Lord Conway. I would only use the light for good purposes.
Of course.
And maybe to whip someone.
I'll pretend that you did not say that.
He deserves it. He's a cruel man.
Well, I'll do you one even better. I'll give you, I'll give you a small jar. Within it will contain a small essence of the eternal flame.
What do I do with it?
Well, at night, when you are alone, spend some time meditating on it. Lean into it. Pull from it, it pulls from you whatever is inside of you. And learn whatever is calling you. There's something inside of you calling for something much greater than going to find help from some lord or lady or even your father in Heim. The light has called you here on a purpose. It is no accident that you are here, that you have been brought to me, and that we have met. This is something the light has orchestrated. And I believe there's something more that is of you to find. Now, he gets himself back up. Then he goes with his long tool again up to the top of the bowl, gets out another flame, brings it down, and puts it into a jar. And hands that jar to you. The eternal flame is connected to the arc light, but this is just a reflection of that power. It is not meant to stay lit forever. Eventually, it will be used and gone, or will dwindle. But it is meant to be a reflection of the life fire that is inside you.
If I take this out and hold it, will it disappear again?
I believe that it depends on how far you take it. But as soon as you take it out, if it's not being used, it will disappear, as it were.
Maybe I should try to eat it.
Well, I don't suggest eating it.
No?
But there are many uses to the eternal flame. Some might say it brings life. Some might say it will bless you in many different ways, depending on what you need. So use it sparingly. It is there to teach you about yourself, but also as a way to protect you and serve you in light.
Do you have any books about this particular flame?
Yes. I can get you the luminary.
May I please see
book
that?
of scriptures of many wise fathers and prophets and their musings upon the light.
I would love to see that.
Absolutely. And he hands you this like bound leather book wrapped up, and here you go.
Thank you.
May this give you more insight. One more thing. I'm going to go now.
Well,
In a little bit, the guards will be coming back to retrieve you. However, sometimes doors get left unlocked. Find yourself home. Oh, and I don't believe the answers you're looking for is going to come from Conway. Even if you have my blessings, and I believe who you say you are, it's going to take a lot more convincing those in power to receive you.
I don't have anything on me of money, but I do have these pearls. I would love to gift them to you for your kindness.
You may put them upon the bowl and the desk as an alms to the light.
Yes, I would do.
All right, so he ends up walking out the door, unlocks it, leaves, closes it behind him. You notice that he does not lock it.
Perfect.
So you go out the door, roll stealth.
25.
Okay, great. So you open the door. It opens up to this large cathedral, large, long hall, pews, a small altar, some prayer boxes, stuff like that. And you sneak over, and you see that there are people just praying in silence, and people walking around praying. You see that there's a large in the center, the very front of the altar, there's a large dais bowl that has a large blue flame like inside of it, and there's caretakers taking care of it and everything like that.
Can she
You do whatever you want.
sneak
Yeah.
to the blue flame?
Okay.
And she wants to try to grab some in her hand.
Okay.
Just straight out of the
You like walk over stealthily. I mean, it's right in the middle, like everyone can see it, but you're like walking nonchalant, not making yourself notice. Go over to it and just kind of pull it out. Like just reach in real quick, and you just get like this little flame and goes.
It goes out.
You're getting it's like.
Okay.
And one of the caretakers will say, "Oh, you need any help, dear?"
No.
All right, well, his great eternal flame does not manipulate like that. If you need something, I can help you. Healing, blessings.
No, I was able to hold it before, and that means I'm special.
Oh, of course, you are special, my dear.
Thank you, the light shine on you. I would like to
Maybe.
hold more.
Well, it takes quite a much practice to be able to do that. It's only the keepers of the flame can really hold it. They're the ones that care for it. They're the ones who tend to the flame, as it were. I mean, every once in a while, they say that you can reach in and you get a glimpse of the majesty that comes from it, but it does not last long.
Could you tell me, these keepers of the flame, do they have a specific lineage that they come from?
Oh no, they're just no, the keepers of the flame are just the knights of mercy who's made a vow upon the arc light to take care of the light.
And anyone can do this? Elf or dwarf or goblin?
Anyone can go to the Imperial Citadel in Ecclesia, but and go to the Luminarium to train as a knight. Yes, but it's not for the faint of heart, and takes years of dedication and training.
Are there women knights?
Of course, the light is no respecter of people, just those who are willing.
Thank you, kind sir.
Ma'am, I'm a lady.
Okay. She wants to ignore him now and walk away from
I'm
him.
a girl.
How many people are in this cathedral? And what do they look like? Do they look like they're highborn? Do they look like they're...
There are caretakers and clerics all in their wardrobe that they would wear, sackcloth and robes and stuff like that. There's also people from all sorts of walks of life there, from drab clothes, from shoddy looking people to highborn people. They're all there in the sanctuary of the light. They know that they have a place that they can be without condemnation or threat.
Can she make her way to those that look like they might be of her same class?
There is a highborn someone.
Yeah. She wants to go over to the highborn, just to see if they know of any Hymorians living in Fairtown that she could go to.
So there's one highborn. He's not an elf. You could tell he's dressed nicer than everyone else, and he's standing in like just rocking back and forth, praying. And you go over.
Excuse me? The light shine on you.
They shine on you.
I don't mean to interrupt your whatever you're doing, but do you know any of the Lightcaster elves in Fairtown that may be of Hymorian descent?
Well, I know that there might be someone or two that I know. I don't know anyone personally.
A name or a street? Anything? Any information you could give me of one from Hymor?
I think there is I think that the Verdant Spoon is kept by a pair of lovely ladies, a light caster elf like yourself, and a wood elf from Eichenthorn.
Thank you. The light be on you. I'm
Yeah.
sorry to disturb.
That's all right, but just be careful. The sun's beginning to set.
I'll be fine. Thank you.
Are you going by yourself?
Yes.
Right, but if you have any place to be, I think they're going to be closed soon.
Then I will make haste.
All right, just be careful.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Good day.
Goodbye.
Okay, so she wants to make haste out of the cathedral.
All right, so she...
Is far from the verdant spoon.
Yeah.
How far is that walking?
Actually, you step out of the cathedral, you don't really know where you are. You step out, you look around, and it's getting... the sun's still out, people are still moving around, but...
Can I see from there the coats and arms?
Also, you sneak out. I don't think you can see coats and arms from here.
Okay.
Maybe you can tell, looking down the street, that might be Merchant Mile. And you were at Merchant Mile, so maybe you can figure
Right.
that out. But you don't know where the Verdant Spoon is.
Can I walk to coats and arms?
You stop, you look out the door, and you notice that there's guards moving around in the crowd.
Can I sneak to coats and arms?
You can absolutely sneak. Go ahead and roll a sneak check.
15.
Okay, so you go to walk out with Amaya, and you're sneaking around through, like walking through the crowd to get there. But you notice that people are kind of stepping away from you as you are,
Well, that's not good.
not dressed like everyone else, and you have a large-sized cat walking beside you.
That's not common.
You make your way to the entrance, to the side of Merchant Mile, the street where everyone's walking and shopping. And then all of a sudden, you hear from behind you these large doors shut as the guards yell out, "What do you mean you lost her?"
Oof.
And you look back down the street, and you see that the captain and the two guards are around, and they're looking around for you.
I want to try to shoot the captain with my arrow.
What? You're going to attack?
Yeah, she wants to. She wants to try to shoot the
Go ahead.
captain and then run into coats and arms as fast as she can.
Go ahead.
I mean, not like a death kill or anything. She just wants to,
Maim him? Shoot him in the knee?
like, she just wants to tell him to leave her alone.
He hasn't seen you yet.
Oh, he hasn't seen me?
No, they're looking for you. They haven't seen you yet.
I mean, he was really mean to her. She's never been treated like that before in her life. She wants to shoot him in the shoulder,
Okay, go ahead.
especially because he hasn't seen her. And then if she can shoot him and then run into coats and arms. 28.
So you sit there and you just see him running and you just get the urge. You're just like, I want to shoot this guy. You pull out your arrow, aim, and over everyone's head, it hits him right in the shoulder where you were aiming.
That's exactly what she wanted.
And at this point, everyone goes, "Ah!" and starts screaming as his arrow just flew over their head. And the guards are like, what's going on? And there's guards in the street that also are like patrolling. And now there's just this chaos of everyone kind of like running around as a shot just got fired.
Perfect. Now I want to run into coats and arms.
All right. Roll a stealth.
27.
All right, and you just kind of duck and you run straight for coats and arms and you bust inside, and you see that that no one else is in the building except for Torshkadal. And so you see that Torshkadal is closing up and like getting ready to close up, and you just run through the door, bust in, and he's like, "Oh, blazes! What are you doing, lass?"
Hello, Torshkadal. I'm here to pick up the armor for my
Oh, I
class.
haven't begun it yet.
You haven't begun it yet.
No, I am running a shop here. Now I'm going to go work on it. You just run in here.
Well, then I will need you to aid me and give me lodging until my fellow
I
companions...
can't give you lodging. Are you kidding me? This is my home.
I could pay you 5 gold points.
Or how about I do it for give me 10 and we'll call it.
10? 5?
How about 10? I got places I gotta take care of things, lass. You can get out.
7.
Deal.
Done.
He like closes the door and locks it, and all of a sudden you hear guards go, "She went this way! She went this way!" And they come over. They start banging on the door, and Torshkado's like, "What are they after you?"
No, I don't know what their problem is.
Well, they seem to be yelling, and I gotta go open the door.
I gave you money for food and lodging. I will require my lodging now.
What am I gonna say?
Tell them there's no one here.
You want me to lie for you?
Correct.
Well, that's gonna be a little bit more.
No, I gave you
They're
7.
banging on the door. I can open this door right now.
This is robbery.
We'll take 3 more.
I don't have 3 more.
What do you have?
How about a silver?
Oh, a little bit more than that.
2 silvers.
I'll take what you got.
3 silvers?
Aye.
My
Alright.
father will hear of this.
Go in the back and lie low. So Torshkado opens the door, and the captain's right there. He's like holding himself. What?
Sorry.
Where does she go? I don't know who you're talking about. You know, I saw a lady. This elf shot me. She's running from us. She's deranged. She's crazy. Where is she? I swear, she is not here. Well, I saw her run in here with my own eyes. You can look around if you like. Well, I will. And he walks out, and they're looking, and he's like, "Spread out." Where do you hide?
I want to hide like in the forge area where like the hot metal is.
Okay. All right. So you're hiding in the forge area, and they're like looking everywhere for you. They're like opening cabinets and everything. And they go into the forge area. You see like the door opens up as the captain's standing there, and he's looking around. You guys are hiding inside the forge area. You find some corner kind of sneak into. He's standing there looking around. And you see he just turns around and walks back out. And you hear him talking to Torshkado. That elf is a wanted criminal. Alright? There's gonna be high alert for her all out the city, and if we find out that you are coercing with this criminal, your shop will be closed down for good. We'll see that you'll never work in this town again. He walks out, gets the guards, and they start running around inside.
She's very proud of herself right now. She didn't want to hurt him, like kill him. She just wanted to give him pain because he was very mean to her.
Torshkado comes in. Oh, lass. You are becoming more of a problem than I had anticipated. But it looks like you're gonna have to stay here. For now. Anyway.
Captain Quellix deserved the arrow to the arm.
You shot a captain.
Yes,
You...
my father is a general.
As soon as it quiets down over there, you're out of here.
Could you give me directions to the verdant spoon?
Verdant spoon? Is that what... Why would you want to go there?
Well, I need to meet others from Hymor.
Don't you have... Where are your people?
I have no idea.
Don't
They
you...
left me.
Well, shouldn't you be getting back to them?
I don't know where to go.
Then they say, I thought they were saying something about where you're supposed to get at sunrise. Meet up somewhere? Hey, you were talking to, Ironfoot. They were saying you're supposed to meet Ironfoot.
Well, if I go to the verdant spoon, I could meet others from Hymor, and maybe they could help me get back to Ironfoot.
Well, I mean, that Verdant Spoon is going to be closed by now.
Well then, I have paid you for room and board.
You paid me for lying to the captain of the guard and
And-
putting my shop at risk.
That is fine. I've also paid you for room and board. I expect some food. I'm quite hungry, and I would require a bed and a fresh bed for Amaya as well.
Well, I'm gonna get working on that armor of yours. I'm breaking down a bit of the weapons you give me. You can, I'll give you some blankets. You can make yourself some place nice and comfortable, and I'll get you some food.
On the
But-
floor?
I have nowhere else to go.
This place truly is a dump.
Beg your pardon. This is why I work and live and breathe.
As I said, I'll take the blankets now.
You like us elves all the same. Think you're better than everyone else. Rumbles to himself, grabs blankets, grabs an armful of blankets to give to you, and some for Maya.
Oh, that's good.
He brings out some dried jerky, some dried fish. Is a fishing port after all. I'll have this saved up. You can chow on this. I have a lot of work to get to.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we're gonna actually end it tonight there, with you sitting
Sleeping.
on the floor, and you're sitting there at the glow of your jar of blue flame, flipping through this book of scriptures and musings about what this light is, as you fall asleep and plan that tomorrow you're going to the verdant spoon when you wake up.
Yes.
We will end it there.
Very good. I'm not dead.
You're not dead. Thank you, travelers, for watching and joining us on our quest today. If you want to see more adventures by us, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. And remember, toss the dice and let them fall where they may. Until our paths cross again, thank you and have a good night.
Great. The guys are going to go shopping without me. Although I technically did shop because I got Amaya her armor. Oh, but I don't have that on her
No, she does not have her on.
because it's
still being made.
right. It's getting its extra potion slots that I had
Yeah,
to
it's
spend an
being
extra
made.
5 gold for.